Day has arrived. Hello there, Bedrock friends. My name is Eladrium, and welcome back to Bedrock. And today is a very special day. You see, today is the day that we are finally going to be making our iron farm. Now, as you probably know from this series so far, I am by no means rushing things. I am very meticulously and intentionally taking things slow so that I can build out the farms I want to build, the buildings I want to build, and really plan out how I want this whole area to look. However, despite this being a 1.18 world, I have not had much luck finding much iron underground or finding any iron in these beautiful snow-capped mountains that you see around us. You see, they're covered in snow, which makes them borderline deadly to try to find any surface iron on, and a real pain to mine through with a shovel. So we're going to build an iron farm today, and that's going to hopefully solve our iron situation on this world once and for all. Now, iron farms in Bedrock are a little bit different than what you may be familiar with in Java. In Java Edition, at least as of 1.18, you can make a really simple iron farm just by spooking some villagers, but in Bedrock, that doesn't really work so well. So the farm design that we're going to be using today is a really simple one and a really common one in Bedrock, and I have a tutorial for this up on my channel if you want to check that out. I'll leave a little description card up here in one of these corners here, but it's really simple in Bedrock. We just need to make about 20 beds and zip in 20 villagers from our villager farm. And having looked at this chest, this is pretty much overfilling, so I hope that those shears up there are just about to break and run out so that that farm stops running. And hopefully when we have this iron farm done, we will finally be able to add on some additional storage. Maybe that's our next project for around here, adding in some storage. We have a lot of junk chests everywhere. Now, because iron farms in Bedrock require about 20 villagers total, I really don't want to have this inside of our main base where we're going to be working and living all the time. I kind of want it a little bit separate so that we can unload the chunk and then unload those villagers and hopefully cut down on some of the lag that's going to start happening in this world once we start getting hundreds of villagers, especially with our villager trading hall. So here's our main area over here, and I was thinking that maybe we could move our iron farm just either somewhere down in this little private little cute lake that we have down here. There's a nice spruce forest kind of just across the way over here, and I think that this could be a really good spot. Also, now that I'm over here, can we talk a little bit about these absolutely comical spruce trees? Just all over this world, there are these ridiculously tall spruce trees. I think every time I chop them down, I get a full stack of spruce. So they're the best things ever, but they are comically large. I think that over here, if we move our iron farm over here, that these tall spruce trees could really kind of hide this and make this a really kind of cute, secluded little area that we could work with. So I think right here, if we just build our farm directly into this mountain, I think that would look really good. And then we could also maybe put a little building facade in front of it, something that matches the decor of the other buildings that we've built. And oh, hello zombie, please go away. I really should probably light this area up as well. So let me go grab some torches and some supplies and we'll get cracking. Also, regarding our wool situation, I do have a separate chest that is almost halfway full of white wool over here. Just going to use a little bit of this to make some beds. However, this is just a little bit ridiculous. I can make 92 beds with the wool that I have in my inventory currently. I really wish that beds could be a stackable item, at least inside of a shulker box, because we could have a lot of fun in the nether with all these beds. But let's get on with building that farm. Alrighty then, so our farm is now mostly done, but I forgot that we needed flint for our workstations. So gonna need to harvest some flint here. Fortunately, very, very fortunately, there's just a whole bunch right over here. And you know, I just realized that I am using my Silk Touch shovel All right, so I really don't want this shovel to break right away, so I'm just going to grab a few more here, and then we'll go over to our workstation and craft up probably some stone shovels to munch through this. By the way, leave a comment if you want to guess how long it took to get all 40 of these. I'll let you know after I show that, but leave a comment and just guess. All right, we need 40 total. We have 35 now, 36. I am so hoping that we get lucky and this is the last one. 38. Come on. 2 more. 2 more, please. Oh, 39, 40. Haha! We have 40, finally. That took 10 minutes. That legitimately took 10 minutes. So now that we have all of our flint in place, we can now make these fletching tables and pop them in place and then get working on with getting our villagers moved into this farm. So this will officially be the first time that we are transporting villagers in this world, and it's been a very long time since I've done this. So I think what I'm going to do is pop a portal just right over the edge here. We can then grab the coordinates for this portal, and then we won't be able to go through it. We can light it, but we won't be able to go through it because if we try to go through it, it will almost certainly connect to the one inside of our villager farm, which our villagers can't jump back up into, if you remember. So we're going to need to write down these coordinates, then probably travel all the way back over to our stronghold portal and then move things around that way. So let's just finish getting this built and set up, and then we'll travel over to the stronghold. You know, I feel like we just took this trip last episode. Maybe I'm having deja vu. This feels very, very familiar. But while we're walking over there, I have a question for you guys. I have this horse. He's a fantastic jumper. He's pretty fast, in my opinion, but I don't have a name for him yet. So if you have a name that you would like me to name this horse, go ahead and leave me that down in the comments. And the comment with either the most votes or the one that I like the best will be the one that we name this horse. All right, so here we are again. Once again, going through our stronghold portal. So once we travel through, we will need to find where our villager farm is, because I honestly have no recollection of where it would be, but hopefully it isn't that hard to find. And then we need to mark out the coordinates for where our iron farm is and then build the portal on that side. Oh, hello there, Precious. I have no recollection of taming you or bringing you into the Nether. How did you get in here? Well, I have the name for one of our pets. Henceforth, you shall be known as Portal Kitty. All right, let's go find those portals. All right, I need to be completely honest. I completely forgot that I had this mob head resource pack on. This is actually really terrifying, but I did find our villager farm. It's right here underneath this little slab. So our iron farm portal, I think we'll just need to set it right over there by those blue flames. So let's get past these skellies and get that set up and double check. All right, and for the moment of truth, does this portal link up perfectly? Yay! Yay, that's absolutely perfect. All right, so now we just need to start carting our villagers on over in here. So let's pop back in the Nether and get started on that. All right, so I built a really simple rail system underground here, mainly because I don't trust myself for these villagers not to get killed by either gas or anything else that we have above. But really simple, we just give that little lever in the back there. It'll spit out 4 of these villagers at a time, so we don't have to make a lot of trips. And solely because I am completely out of iron and can't build any more powered rails, just we'll push these guys all the way across here to where we have our Nether portal. And the easy way that I found to get these guys out of mine carts and into a Nether portal, see there's a cart up there that's pushing that back, is to just place a little activator rail there at the end. And like 99% of the time, they will hop in the cart. Oh, no, come back. Come back. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Anyway, you place a little activator rail, and when they run over that activator rail, it'll shake the minecart, and they'll pop right out. Yep, saw it just right there. Show you one more time with this guy. Poof. Easy peasy. Easy way to get them in there. Then the only thing we need to do on the other side, once we have the rest of them in, is just give them a little push off of that platform, and they'll fall down into their beds and start producing golems, hopefully. All right, so I just pushed through the last villager, and oh, great. It's nighttime, so they're all asleep in their beds. That makes counting them a whole bunch easier. So let's just go back through our portal, and then we can go check out on the overworld side. All right, so there's some tricks to making this work underground. Aha! There it is. There's our iron golems. Now it's working. All right. Yes, our iron problem is solved. All right, so like I was saying, there is a trick if you are building this underground. You do need to make sure that there's at least 7 air blocks, or basically nothing above each of your villager beds, just in a vertical line straight up. If you have this underground without those air blocks, you won't get any of your golems to spawn. Additionally, it seems if you just enclose off the top at least 8 blocks, aside from that little center area above the beds, you also won't get any cats to spawn. I really just blocked off the entire ceiling of this, and I haven't seen any cats spawn in quite a while. So 2 neat little tricks for you right there if you're looking to build this an underground tunnel, just like I did. Also, I didn't mean to delete this block. I was just trying to replace this because that one piece of cobblestone was just driving me absolutely bonkers. Ugh. Come on. Please go back up. All right. I got enough stone now that I can replace this with stone. So we'll actually make this look a little bit pretty. But wow, this is turning out golems pretty fast. We're going to have plenty of iron in absolutely no time whatsoever. Oh, this is so exciting. All right, so I have been AFK for a while and wanted to check on the progress here. And oh, this is the most beautiful thing I've seen in Minecraft in a very long time. Both of these chests are like this. Ah, our iron problem is solved. I'm so happy. I don't need to go mining for iron. I don't think ever again. Look at that. That's so many iron. And this chest is exactly the same. Ah, this is the best. This is just the best thing ever. Why mine for iron in 1.18 when you can just make one of these? So much easier. So much easier. Additionally, it seems this farm also doubles as a wandering trader farm, and I'm not entirely sure if that's just because I'm in the area or because a bunch of villagers are. I have seen this wandering trader spawn in this area at least a dozen times while I've been AFK here, just paying attention. And every now and then I'll go and, collect the leads from his llamas. But maybe that's a nice little perk of this if you're looking to be AFK, and maybe you can set up a collection system, maybe automatically, for those wandering traders and their llama leads. All right, guys, you won't believe this, but it happened again. It happened again. I was walking down here, moving that iron back to our main storage, and I found another pink sheep, and there's no dogs nearby. We have a pink sheep, a real legitimate pink sheep in 1.18. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna take this guy on a lead and tie him up safely in our house so he doesn't get hurt. Ooh, pink sheep, so excited. And now with our iron problem officially solved and sorted, hopefully forever, it's now time to put a facade on front of this building. I don't want this just sitting out exposed like this. I want it to look nice and pretty, just like the rest of the buildings that we have around here. So sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and let's roll the build time lapse. All right, we are finally done with our build for our little mountain cottage that's covering over our iron farm. And I think you guys are really going to like this. So let me go ahead and give you the little tour here. So first thing, I did build a little stable type thing over here. I had a donkey that I was carrying around with me to lug stuff back and forth just because I was running low on shulker's box space, but have this nice, beautiful path that really runs up into here. And my favorite tree in Minecraft by far is these azalea trees. When you plant them, they kind of grow just a little bit crooked, and they're so unique and so different, and it really makes this place look like kind of like a fantasy cottage nestled away in the woods. It's really quaint and cute, especially with all of these huge spruce trees surrounding it. You really can't see it from the mountain, so as you kind of walk up on this path here, you know, these azalea trees just kind of come in, and it's just it really is bringing out the fantasy vibes. But I think another thing that's really helping is these foxes are spawning with alarming regularity, and you know, they add a lot of activity and energy and motion into this area as well, which is really neat. I really love just how this whole place turned out. Actually, now that I'm talking about this, I think the path and the whole area and the ambiance actually kind of makes the base look bad. So I might come back here a little bit later and clean up some stuff. But as usual, haven't really done anything with the interior here. I think if I were on a server, you know, I'd have a, you know, an iron shop over here or something so that your guests could come in and see, you know, hey, here's where your iron's being made at. Kind of a little interesting thing here, but I do have this glass wall running all the way up and down. You know, just thought it made it a little bit interesting. But yeah, Wandering Trader Farm still right here. I think I've gotten about a stack of leads from these llamas so far. I won't show you what I do with them later, but down here we have our iron farm. You guys have seen this. I have cleared out this chest, I think maybe twice now. Yeah, it's really been pumping out iron, and that sound right there, that's my favorite sound in Minecraft right now. The sound of iron being mass produced. I love it. But you know, over here on the other side, I do have this open area here on the right. So if you guys have any ideas what you want to do for that, let me know in the comments. But also have a second level to this up here. Might shrink in these windows a little bit, but it gives you a really kind of good view of our base and the other farm building over there. Again, you can kind of see in the farm, monitor it if you want to. This is a great AFK spot since it's so well lit, and you can just listen to the sound of production. And then in here, you know, have a little bedroom in case I want to make this my new permanent residence or I get scared of phantoms. So do have this spot over here. Gonna obviously fill this in with a fireplace and maybe a couple other things, you know, just to make this place a little bit more livelier. I also just realized at some point I lost my pants, my trousers, so we'll need to forge another pair of leggings just a little bit later. But man, you know, I really just love this place. This place, it's great. This is my new favorite spot, I think, in the base. And I know they say that every episode, but these azalea trees really do just kind of bring out all of the energy and really just make this a really beautiful place, I think, just to hang out in. But guys, I think that's gonna be about it for this episode. I think we're gonna have to call it a wrap right here. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate you watching these videos, making it all the way to the end, and hanging out with me as we go on some fantastic adventures together and build up this area and make it just look beautiful. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. I love you a bunch. You are the best in the whole wide world. And make sure that you subscribe, because I think next episode we're going to go hunting for some nether, so I'm sure you aren't going to want to miss that. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate you, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.